Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We are bringing you another sparring rolling session featuring one of my brown belt teammates. Now, my brown belt teammate right here, I think he's in Masters 2 or maybe 3, and I'm in Masters 1. So this is going to be a sparring roll of the Masters. So right here, I'm going to stay on one leg in a kind of like a combat stance, use my left hand to grab his collar, and he's going to stay in a half guard position with a spider sleeve. So what he's doing with his left hand is he's stopping my right hand from grabbing the grips that I want to do and keeping his left knee in that pocket, kind of stopping me from encroaching and smashing his legs together. So I'm going to keep a very strong grip on his left side, and I'm going to grab his pant legs, and I'm really going to start to figure out how I want to pass here. So I bring my arm on the inside, and he's going to start to come up. He's trying to get his right arm under me, and I'm going to break that grip. That's something I've been working on a lot, as people have commented on. I don't break the grips enough, so I immediately break that grip. He goes for a cross collar grip right here and starts feeding out the lapel. So I'm going to get a deep grip with my left hand behind his head, and I'm going to use that to kind of sprawl my legs out and put pressure on his shoulders. But right here, he's going to opt for a closed guard position, and that's going to kind of negate the passing that I was going to do from half guard. So with closed guard, I'm going to stand up because that is one of the best ways to get out of the closed guard. And right here, I make a fatal mistake. I let him grab my right arm, and he's going to start chopping for the Umaplata. And before he even sets it up, I'm able to kind of roll out of the way, do a technical stand up, and get out of that position. So right here, he's going to grab my collar. I knew he was going to go for a collar drag, so I kind of based and stepped to the side. And now I'm in the position where I can start passing, where he doesn't really have a guard. I've got one leg trapped, and as you can see, I'm kind of pinching my knees together. I try to do an X pass right here. I'm not able to get it, and he settles back inside the half guard. And what I'm doing with my right hand is I kind of like to probe under the leg to see if I can break it. If not, I kind of like smash the person together, and I'm going to try to do it again. So right here, I'm kind of sprawling my legs out, trying to get my hand on the inside for the over under position. When I realize I'm not going to get it, I'm going to bring that hand back out, and I'm going to do this half guard pass that I've been doing, where I kind of feed my hand in, grab that bottom leg, and grab the sleeve, and I fall to the side. And he thinks that he's going to be able to come up. So as he's trying to come up, I just sprawl my legs out, pull that leg that I have the grip on, and get into the side control position. It's a very, very good half guard sweeping position. It's something I learned from my old coach in St. Louis, who learned it from Megaton Diaz, I do believe. But that's one of the positions I like to use in half guard to fake them into thinking that they can come up and getting the sweep there. So right here, he's feeding my lapel out, and I'm going to start getting into a knee on belly position and start to try to get to the mount. So I'm kind of smothering him, which you can't really see from this angle, but I've got that lapel out. That's why I always get those lapels out, and I fed it under his arm to my other hand, and I'm really trying to drive my shoulder into his chin and kind of flatten him on the mat. Now he's playing a half guard position right here, and he's trying to grab my far arm. But what I'm going to do is grab that pant leg, and I'm going to sit to my left hip, and with that, I'm basically going to try to free my right leg. And right here, I'm able to free the leg, back step out, and get into the side control again, work on that passing. And now I get up to a knee on belly, solidifying my points, scoop the under hook on his left arm, and he's able to get me back into the half guard. But that's no problem, because I'm just going to do the same passing that I did the first time to get into the side control. So right here, I'm kind of gripping his pant leg and forcing my knee up and out. And what I want to do here is kind of force my right knee down to the mat, get him to kind of turn to his side so I can start working on getting into the mount position. So right here, I'm kind of putting a lot of pressure, making sure my knee is touching both sides of the mat. And right here, he's going to be able to kind of get into that half guard position once again. I tried to get the underhook there, but I was not successful in doing that the first time. And now I'm able to get it kind of like the second time. So he's bringing that arm up. What I'm trying to do is bring that knee to the mat so I can start passing into a mount position. So right here, he figure fours his legs, and he's going to opt on playing that half guard position. So right there, I'm able to kind of free my knee line, and start working on the kneecap pass. So now that I'm doing the kneecap pass, I'm smashing his leg together. I'm trying to lift his right arm up and get him out of that position, but he's going to kind of come up, and I'm going to use my left arm to grab that collar. And while he's coming up, I'm going to backstep pass over, and then when he turns into me, I'm going to get that underhook I wanted, get my leg over, and get into the mount position. So basically, I kind of chained 2 different guard passes, the knee cut, the backstep pass, to get into the mount position to kind of pass his half guard, which was giving me a little bit of trouble right there. So here I'm trying to sneak and go for the Ezekiel. That's one of the things I like to go for from the mount, is the mounted Ezekiel. It's very low risk, high reward. You know, it's either you get the submission, and if you don't, then you're still in the mount position. So right here, he's trying to get out of the mount position by turning to his side, but I'm trying to get that underhook, and I'm going to start walking my hands on the mat to try to bring his arm up to his head so I can start trying to solidify a head and arm choke, or just basically get into a high mount position where I can start working an arm bar or something like that. So here I'm still in the mount position, and I'm kind of sprawling, using my left arm to sprawl out to keep my balance while I try to fish his right arm out from his body. He's doing a good job of keeping it very close to him. Again, I'm trying to walk that arm up, I take a glance at the clock to see how much time is left, and he's walking that arm up, and what I really want to do is get it close to his ear so I can start getting a head and arm choke, slapping that arm across to the other side and ducking my head and shoulder under it so I can get the head and arm choke. But he's doing a very good job of kind of framing and stopping me from doing that. Here he's going to gable grip his arms together, kind of locking my right arm, and I'm going to kind of realize that I need to start figuring out how to stop him from doing that so I can continue my mount attack. So right here, he brings his arm down, and I'm going to get the Umaplata, and he's going to do my Umaplata Escape. This is one of the ones that I like to do. I made a video on it earlier about how I like to escape the Umaplata, and he did that exact move, and I kind of knew that that was coming based on how he sat his hip close to me, so I was able to kind of sprawl and get right back to the attack. And again, I'm in the half guard position, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the roll. Thank you guys for watching. Now let's hop straight into these takeaways. One of the major takeaways for this roll is being able to chain your guard passes together. As you can see, my opponent kind of played half guard for the entirety of the roll, and I was able to pass his guard by chaining guard passes, specifically the knee cut to the backstep pass to stepping over to mount to pass his guard. And that's why I worked the timing and the precision with the lower belt, so I can get my timing right, because going against a brown belt like him, I needed to be able to chain these guard passes together with little to no mistakes in the timing to get the mount position, which I was able to do in this roll. So that's pretty much the major takeaway from this roll. And thank you guys for supporting the channel. It truly means more than you know, and I will catch you guys on the next roll. Peace.